But basically, guys, hello.
Hi.
Should I go first?
Oh shoot. My name is Chelsey,
I'm Angelica.
and together we're
Two Random Girls.
Oh, did you want to say your?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been going on live every day talking about Love Island, right? And so I've gotten some fans on my TikTok. Hi, girls. But basically, there's this one girl. Shout out to Lauren. She's a loyal viewer, and she's so funny because yesterday I was on live and I realized she kept leaving and coming back because every time she came back, she would put in caps, help! And you even said, oh my God, Lauren, what's happening?
Yeah, I was so confused. I just saw help.
And she would just be like, help, what happened? And so she would be like, wait, what just happened, right? So then I would say it to her. And then she said it again, wait, what just happened? So I said it to her again. And then a third time, she said, oh my God, I'm sorry. I missed it. Dang it. What happened? And so I said, Lauren, did you leave again? And then this other girl commented, damn, Lauren's only here for the commercials. And that
so
part had
funny.
me dying. And then Lauren was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But, yeah, I just thought she was silly.
That was really funny.
Yeah, because she was only there for the commercials, meaning like every time I promoted the podcast when we were speaking.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lauren is a silly girl. But today, guys, we're gonna be talking about
Love Island.
Yes, one of our most popular videos, right?
Yeah.
Love Island. So this is the new season 7.
Yeah.
Obviously everyone's like, oh, it's not gonna live up to the hype of season 6, blah 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 blah. But I mean, I agree it's not as iconic as season 6, but I'm not gonna lie, I like it.
And I'm like, I don't know if I'm like my memory's not serving me well, but was season 6 season 6 immediately iconic like the first week, or did it not just get crazier and crazier?
I think, yeah, it got crazier and crazier because back then people weren't watching Love Island.
Yeah.
It's at the end when people saw if so many people started ganging up watching it that it became iconic.
Yeah.
But this one, I feel like everyone that was new to Love Island
Are
last
watching
year,
it this
now
year.
everyone's watching it, so a lot of people are talking about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm liking the season. The people are a little bit, strange. Yeah, like I have thoughts, guys. Like I have so many thoughts on all these people.
Yeah.
Let's start first episode, I guess. Not much happened there. Was it?
I don't even remember. Oh, first episode. I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I love Jeremiah and Huda. I thought they were so cute. I thought as soon as Jeremiah walked in, Huda was not stopping staring at that man.
Mhm.
I knew she was gonna choose him since she even had to say that girl's eyes don't lie. She got, but
Yeah.
and he was looking at her the same way. So I feel like since the beginning they both found each other attractive. I didn't like how Huda, the first thing she was like, bitch, oh my God, hey bitch,
Yeah.
to Olandria and Chelley. But that's just a personal preference. I'm not gonna I don't even know you. Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
gonna call me a bitch. I don't even like if my friends call me that for real. Sometimes when we're playing, but
Yeah.
it's not like I'm like, oh my God, I love being
Yeah,
called
the
that.
bitch, yeah.
Yeah. But that were my thoughts for the first episode.
Yeah, I was sad that Chelley got coupled up with Austin. I was like, no, because everyone was like, oh, he's a Trump supporter, and they said that he's racist and stuff like that. And I was like, when I saw her go kiss him, I got scared for her because I didn't know she was gonna be a fan favorite.
Yeah.
I was just supporting her because she's Haitian. I'm Haitian. That's my girl.
Yeah.
So as soon as I saw her kiss him, I was like, no, there she go. Everyone's gonna vote her off because I don't think they care as long as who he's with, as long as they vote him off, because people be like that. But thank God she's a fan favorite. So I'm like, I don't think people
she is.
will
we love her.
Yeah, we love Chelley. So that was my first thought for Huda and Jeremiah. I was like, okay, weird.
Weird that he didn't kiss anybody.
That Yulissa went to kiss him. I'm like, and he did the cheek and everything. He's like, oh, why do I need it? I just think it's weird first day of 20 maybe 15 minutes into the show, you're already being basically closed off. People have kissed on Love Island. People have kissed people they are not attracted to before. You're not special.
Yeah.
It's a game. It's the first time you've met anybody. You've known her for 5 minutes. You just laid your eyes on her. She's not your wife.
like, I'm not gonna lie, I saw that and I was like, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like, I don't know, I really didn't think it was wrong. Like, maybe if it was someone he was actually like, maybe I would be attracted to this person, do it. But then I feel like when he walked in there, he was like, well, out of all these girls, she's the baddest. Then, like, I get what you mean. Like, you're in Love Island, like, it's the first episode, you could kiss somebody else.
Yeah.
But also, why?
And is it even
If you already got with the person that you wanted, why?
but they always say this. They say this every single season.
Explore.
The point of Love Island is to explore your different connections. It's not to find a connection day one and locked in forever.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But
And
if
he locked in 5 minutes in. Even she didn't lock in that hard. She kissed Ace.
yeah, she did.
Like, it's so unnecessary. I don't know.
But I just feel like,
And I feel bad for Yulissa too. Like, everybody else, you know what I mean? Like, even though, like, obviously if she wasn't like a racist,
Yeah.
you know, maybe I would feel worse for her. But I'm just saying, like, if I didn't know who she was and like that happened, I'd be like, what the heck? Like, she comes to kiss you and then you just give her your cheek because you just of this girl you just met 5 minutes ago. Like, you all new here. It's not that serious.
like, I get that, but I also think it's like, if I was Huda and I was normal, like, now we know Huda's true colors.
Yeah.
But if I was a normal girl, right, and I go up to him and he does that, I would have been like, oh my god, I'm so down bad. Like, I would have been
Wait.
down bad episode 1 if he did that.
Yeah, you would be down bad, but I'm saying, like, now imagine you were Yulissa and everyone else has kissed everybody. You go to kiss this man and he gives you his cheek.
I would be like, that's crazy, but like, I don't know, I would understand it. Because my thing is just like, if I got with the guy that I wanted from the group, and then this other guy comes and it gives him the opportunity to choose me, to get me away from that guy for me to be with him,
Okay,
I'm gonna try to make it known. Nah, I'm good where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I think Jeremiah just really did not want to get stolen.
Yeah.
She would have stolen Jeremiah. Yulissa had her eye on Jeremiah since he walked in. So I feel like that's what just,
Okay.
like, I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's the worst thing he's done. Like, you know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
just thought it was weird.
Yeah. I can't lie. I thought it was cute. I was like, oh my god, what a nice person. Like, yeah.
I guess, like, I looked at them sideways because of that. And then as the show progressed, I had more reasons to look at them sideways
Yeah.
because they're weird. Huda's
Yeah.
crazy. Actually insane in the membrane. She thinks she's...
It's in the membrane.
She thinks she's married.
Yeah. I guess, see, episode 2 what? The game where they kissed people blindfolded? No, episode 2 was, yeah, that game, right?
Yeah.
And the bombshells came in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is where I still, till this, I didn't find Huda crazy until a few episodes in. So, like, here we're in the episode where Jeremiah was like, did you kiss somebody? Episode 2 thoughts, like, I don't know. Jeremiah was maybe a little bit, like, oh my god, possessive. But also, like, I didn't think it was that crazy. I think Ace was making him crazy. Ace knowing damn well she didn't stand up.
Yeah.
And he's like, with his dimples, he was looking nice.
But I think Olandria was correct in saying this is the second day. Why is he acting like this if you did kiss, like, someone?
Yeah.
I think the only thing I think Olandria is missing is that she doesn't see that her friend is crazy.
Yeah.
She thinks that it's Jeremiah that's crazy. But I don't know, Huda definitely might be more crazy than Jeremiah.
I think Huda definitely is crazier than Jeremiah.
She's like, I don't know, nobody like come for me or anything, but once I saw her eyes,
No, I'm telling
the
you.
eyes she go,
They never lie.
they never lie, bro. I
No,
said
they
she's
don't.
crazy. She has crazy eyes.
No, I knew she was crazy at the freaking baseball game, whatever that was.
Oh my god, when she was, first of all, it was so dramatic, not that serious. Once again, first week of you being there.
That's the part where I'm like, that's where I would get it. If Jeremiah was like, give me a kiss on the cheek, a challenge like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you could say no, okay, like at the beginning, like he could have said no. It wasn't a challenge, you know. It was like just someone picking him to do something. But in a challenge, a bombshell came to bombshell. You guys are not closed off.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's been trying to close him off since what, the third day? Wasn't like the third day she said, "Are you?" No, the sixth day she was like, "Oh, are we closed off?"
Yes, the sixth day. He had to say no, it's too early.
Like,
she asked again, "Are we closed off?"
she's gonna be closed off so bad, bro.
And she was like, "Oh, so you're talking out to other people?" And he was like, "No, this is the most recent episode." And then he's like, "No." And then she was like, "Oh, so I should start pursuing other things?"
Because
And he
she
was like,
"Oh,
"What?"
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying that. Like, I'm obviously I'm not talking to anybody now, but I don't know the future. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen. Like, obviously I'm all about you now." And she's like, "Oh, so like, oh, so you're saying that you're just waiting for somebody like to walk in the door so that you could leave me or whatever?" And she was like, "Oh, do you want me to leave you?" Like, what the heck?
Yeah,
That's
and she was like, "Well, I'm not now, but you don't know the future, so I should start pursuing other people." He was like, "What? How we get here?" Like, I don't know. A lot of people are saying Jeremiah's love bombing, but like when we talk about the eyes, I feel like his eyes don't. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna die on this hill thinking Jeremiah's a saint.
I'm not gonna lie. Compared to Huda, I don't think Jeremiah. People were saying that Jeremiah was only in it for like the money, because he brought it up. I don't think he's weird for bringing it up. Literally,
Yeah.
be honest. You all know they're there for the money, right?
Yeah.
You generally know they're there for the money. Like that's a reason why somebody would apply for the show. So don't be over here like, rule number one of Love Island, don't bring up the money. Now we gotta vote you off because you brought up the money, bro. If you were there, you'd be dreaming about the money every single damn night. Like, be honest.
Yeah, like of course they're there for love, but also there's some couples that got love out of it. Like it's very limited the people that did get love out of it.
Mhm.
Love Island last season got a lot of love out of it. Like
Yeah.
3 couples. That's I think the max. Other seasons they always break up and stuff. One of them are still together. Like there's certain couples that are still together. But Love Island wouldn't be the show I would go for love, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
That's the show I would go for clout and for money.
Yeah.
Maybe like hot men. Maybe that's why I would go on it, because I'm like, I'll be honest, Love is Blind. It's older men, not that attractive, and Married at First Sight. Also, I don't see no bombshells like Miguel walking up in there. like that's my truth. But like everyone does it for the money on the low.
Yeah, on the low, like.
And like I don't know if you guys watched season 2 of Love Island, but I also watched Love Island Games, and there's this girl named Cely and this girl named Justine. Justine is the I think she's Nigerian and Cely's like a Mexican. But basically Justine won Love Island season 2, and that whole relationship was fake. Or maybe that one was real, but the guy had a girlfriend waiting for him at home. So he was faking it. Then they went on Love Island Games. You really need to watch Love Island Games. It was so good. That was so good. But Love Island Games, Justine went on it. She won again with this guy. Faking it, bro. Faking it all the way to the end just for money. And then Cely faked it with this beautiful hot man. Wait,
Did they admit they faked it or something?
Girl, Chelsea, it was so obvious. And then at the end, they brought back all the islanders that were on the Love Island Games. And there's this guy, Toby, that was dating Cely the whole time, right? And then they voted him off because Love Island Games, it was also about competition. So if you didn't win competitions, you were out. Regardless of you being in a couple, like you individually would be out. So Toby, her couple, left the island. And then she was crying. Cely was crying. And then the next day, she couples up with Eyal. And she's like, I like Eyal so much. Oh my God, I really see my future with Eyal. And guys, I haven't seen Love Island Games in a while. I think that was like when that season came a little bit early, so it's been a time, so I don't remember like specifics, but I remember how much I hated them, and they were my favorite in season 2. But Love Island Games, I hated them because they were plotting against everyone. And then there was a get together, so all the old islanders voted for who they wanted to win, which that part was crazy because they would tell them in their faces and they would stand behind each person. and whoever had the most people behind them won, and plus votes. And it was like the top two, the Islanders picked, and then whoever did a duel, whoever won that duel won or something like that. It wasn't with votes. So then each Islander, it was Toby's turn, and Toby was like, "Oh, Cely, you faked it till you made it. I'm glad, da da da." And then Cely was like, "I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, why would you even say that? Like, I really cared about you. I really did like you." And then this other girl was like, "Oh, you really liked him? You were crying for him so hard, but then 20 minutes later, you're like, I really like Yale. Like, you were just lying. You were trying to save yourself." And then the one girl that stood with them was like, "I also want to make it clear, I'm here just because AL is my friend. I'm not here because I think this is true. I know this is not true. I'm just here because I'm defending him. And I stand by him." And I was just like, girl, it was so tea. Like, people talk season six, but Love Island Games with was that girl, bro. It was so good. And Cely and Justine were faking it till they made it. As soon as they left the island, they never spoke to those guys again. Justine spoke to that man, but nothing like. And so, like, don't come at me saying, "Oh my God, he's thinking about the money." They all are.
They all are thinking about the money, yeah. So I really don't understand why people are saying that. Like, it's so easy for you to be like, "Oh, he's talking about the money from your bedroom, from your bed." It's so easy for you to say that. "Oh, I'm gonna vote him off," because you don't even got the chance at the 50K. Like, that's why you mad.
Yeah.
So like, I really don't understand why they cared about that. Like, I'm not a Dramara fan, but like, that's just silly. You guys are nitpicking.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. So they, but so I don't think he was trying. I also don't even think he was trying to say like, "Oh, like the money, da da da." I think he was trying to be like, "Oh, when we make it to the end," and obviously when if they make it to the end and win, that's a positive for both of them, you know.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, but
And I think what he says is fair. Like, when he spoke to Olandria, he was like, because at the beginning I didn't understand what he meant with like, "I'm okay with you having a daughter for now." Like, he kept saying like as time passes, and I didn't understand what he meant until he had the conversation with Olandria, and he was like, "Well, like, I need to see how it is in real life, like when I meet her, da da da." And Olandria was like, "Yeah, like, personally it didn't work for me because the baby mama and baby daddy situation, like, they always have to talk to each other, and like,
yeah.
I didn't want to be a part of that," which is reasonable. And I'm not gonna lie, I understand Jeremiah for that. Like, I'm not. If I would have walked into the Love Island and a guy said, "I have a daughter," I'm sorry, respectfully, it's a no for me.
But also, that's also why I didn't like Huda from the beginning when she walked in and she said, "I'm a mother, da da da,"
we
but I don't want
forgot,
to tell
yeah.
anybody. Don't tell anybody. Ever since then, I didn't like her because I said this girl's manipulative. What do you mean you're here to find love? And then I understand. I saw a video on TikTok today, and they're like, and the girl was like, "Oh, I can understand kind of where she was coming from because she wants to be loved for who she is. Like, she doesn't want people to make decisions just because she's a mother and write her off. She wants them to know who she is first and then make that decision. But that's not your choice. You don't get to what's it called that because whether or not, yeah, I know being a mother is not your entire identity. I know a lot of people try to make women like as soon as you become a mother, it's like you're no longer who you are. You're no longer a dancer. You're no longer like a daughter. You're just a mother. I understand that, but at the end of the day, it is still part of your personality. It's still part of you. It's not like it's a separate part of you.
My thing is that if it was something you could change, like, I get it when people say, "I'm not gonna tell someone I'm a billionaire until I see their true colors." Understandably, because they're gonna use you, or like, and it's something like you could give all your money and change it. You can't change having a child, and I don't want to say a child's like an STD, but it's like,
sorry, that was crazy, but no, but like the thing is that she literally is she manipulated him into liking her so that it would be harder for him to say no, like to back out of it because he already is invested in her, and she's like, "Oh, now I have a child." It's like it's literally equivalent to her waiting for him to fall in love with her and then be like, "Oh shit, I have a child," because now that he's in love with her, he can't just really pick it up and get out. You know what I mean? If he told her first day and he wasn't okay with it, he could have got out. She didn't want to give him the chance to back out. She wanted him to like her first and be locked in with her first before she told him. That's not okay. Like, it's okay for you to be like, I'm gonna wait till we're locked in for you to meet my child, but it's not okay for you to be like, I'm gonna wait for you to locked in before you can know about my child.
Yeah. No, for sure.
It's secretive, it's manipulative, and she's also isolating him. like because she also is not letting him talk to. She doesn't want anybody else to know. I don't know why. Like okay, I guess it's like her business or whatever. But she's like using it as like a weapon. She's like, okay, I'll let Nick know. I'll tell Nick tomorrow, so you could have someone to talk about it with. She didn't even end up telling Nick. I didn't
Yeah,
see.
because Jeremiah was like,
talking to
did
Olandria.
Huda talk to you? To Nick? And Nick was like, no, why?
Like, so I'm so confused. Like, he should be able to talk to everyone about it, and that's why the guys don't like her. They don't even know this. I feel like if they knew this, like they would probably be like, "What is happening? Why didn't she tell you from the beginning? Why didn't she tell anyone from the beginning? Why is she hiding it like it's a dark, dirty secret?"
Yeah.
That's some like.
Yeah, and it's like, if a boy did that, it's like whoever did that is trifling
You're
as
right.
fuck.
If a man did that, I feel like a lot of people. No, everyone is already mad at Huda for doing that.
Yeah.
But like, it would really be
It's like, you're making me fall in love with you,
manipulative.
and then you're gonna say, boom, I have a child. But I'm not gonna lie, you guys were still 3 days in. Jeremiah's a nice man because he accepted it.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't have. I would have been like, thank you so much for telling me. But also, Jeremiah could be afraid, like, damn, the internet will eat me up if I don't stay.
But I also think Jeremiah actually liked her. Like, he definitely could have left with Amaya. Like, when Amaya came and kissed him, Amaya showed interest in him. He could have left.
Yeah.
Like, he generally could have, like, tried to talk
But
to other people.
I just don't think another bombshell has walked in that interests him.
Mm.
I don't think Amaya's his type. I think his type is like
White Latinas.
white Latinas, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like even though Huda's Middle Eastern, but like I feel like if a bad Latina goes in there and it shows interest in Jeremiah, then we could talk.
Yeah.
And honestly, Amaya's bad too. Like I think he would have liked Amaya, but it was the crazy eyes. It was the attitude. I don't think he liked that.
No, but generally, I just don't think I think he's looking for somebody who's white and Latina. And
You think so?
Yeah. Amaya.
Because he even
Because
tried
Sierra is
Chelley.
also Latina.
She is.
And he was also not.
But Sierra didn't show interest in him.
I guess, but he still could have talked to her. I don't think it's only about showing.
But I don't think at this point Jeremiah would show interest. I honestly think if Sierra would have tried it with him, he would have maybe a little bit. But she didn't even try.
Yeah.
But also he didn't put his hand up but he didn't see her at this point. But he kissed Sierra.
Yeah.
He was holding her butt.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I thought they would have been a cute couple. But yeah, you're right. Like, but I just feel like he wouldn't pursue it because he's afraid of Huda.
Generally, though, I think everybody's afraid of Huda. That's what I was also saying. Like, I feel like everyone's walking on eggshells around her, especially Olandria. Now that she sees how easy it is for this girl to cry, she doesn't even want to say anything. Like, she can't. I feel like everyone doesn't. No one's gonna be able to tell her, girl, wake the F up. No. Like, not like the way Hannah did with Amaya a little bit, even though she really didn't do it that much because obviously she also know Amaya really crash out. Like, so she Bro, Amaya's actually insane.
I'm not gonna lie, I love Amaya.
I don't like Amaya solely for the reason she came at Chelley for no reason, and also I don't like the way she talked over every single person. She does not listen. She has an issue listening. For the first time, when I saw her talking to Ace, and Ace was talking about something about, like, she asked him about the date. He was explaining her date and everything, and then for some reason she brought up, oh, and if I get a margarita and me, my hands ain't the only thing that start clapping. That was no correlation.
Chelsea, I always wondered why she said that.
It was so weird. I was like, what the heck does that have to do with what he just said?
Do you think they clipped it? Like I'm like, I think she can't be crazy.
No, maybe you're right. Maybe they did clip it, like, to make her look crazy.
Yeah.
Because I was like, there's no way. But then also, looking at the way she talks to other people, I'm like, I wouldn't put it past her.
I saw a TikTok and it was like, bro, I wish I could find it. I'll add it here if I find it. But it was like when a Dominican Oh, it was a guy with a towel over himself, and he was walking in slow mo. And it was like how a Dominican baddie from New York got people in Love Island, and it was like people scared, like
No, bro.
terrified.
When she was walking towards them in the last episode, and I was like, they were like, oh shit, and I was like, I'm scared. That would kill me. She
It
scares
was
me.
killing me. But I'm like, I think that's why I like her. I'll admit, I love Chelley. I hated. I think she was just honestly redirecting her anger at the wrong person. But I'm not gonna blame her. Like I feel like in that moment, she was probably like, "What the fuck?"
Because she's dirty as hell, and she was doing it on purpose.
Oh,
She knew what
because
she was
she
doing
said it in front of
because she
people.
made sure to do it in front of everybody. If you want to talk to Chelley about something that's bothering you, you pull her to the side. Like you guys love to pull people from chats. Now you can't pull for everyone for a chat. Now you gotta do it in public.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you just woke up. Everybody just woke up. She in her pajamas,
Yeah.
crashing out. It's like what in front of everybody, and then
But-
even Huda had to be like, "Oh,
Let her talk.
she's
Yeah.
like, "This conversation, let her speak, and when there's a pause, you talk." That
Yeah.
one killed me. Nobody laughed at that, but that one I was crying
No,
because
that
Huda
was
was
silly.
like, everyone was like,
And
"Girl, let
Hannah
her
was like-
speak."
Hannah was embarrassed because obviously she came in. But I mean, it's not her fault. But like, I agree she could have pulled her for a chat. But I also like I feel like I get her too because I feel like if I was in in her shoes, obviously the correct thing was not to go to Chelley. Like,
Yeah.
and they got past it because when they were kissing, she was laughing at the end of the challenge or whatever, and so I think they got past it. But I think just her emotions were so high, and I would have been pissed too. Like,
But the thing is that I understand that she's pissed or whatever. Once again, I don't think she's wrong for feeling how she feels towards
Yeah.
Ace.
No,
Ace
no.
is wrong, is dirty. That was mad weird that
I
he
can't
did
wait
that.
to talk about him.
Like, I generally don't understand what the point of that was. Do you
I
know what
hate
mean?
him.
But also, I feel like when I said that in the live yesterday, I was like, I need her to respect herself. The reason I said that is like when we started the episode with her saying, even after what Ace did, after they got recoupled, she was telling Hannah, oh yeah, he's still my number one. Like I still am
Yeah.
interested in knowing him, like everything. And Hannah was like,
yeah,
she's like, but girl, remember he had you crashing out day one or whatever. Dun da da da. She was delusional.
yeah.
She was like, oh,
But-
she still has a chance with him. She thought.
Because, but honestly, I thought too.
Why?
Because he was saying to her, because how are you gonna pick me, right? You picked me. I didn't ask you to pick me. You picked me.
Yeah.
You say I'm a slow burner. Basically, it's what he's saying.
That's not what he's saying.
He
Even
said-
Serena held Cordell's hand.
No,
And
I know.
She also
but,
didn't say. She
But Chelsea,
listed
you wouldn't
out like
feel.
this.
You wouldn't feel like Amaya. I would feel just
Honey,
like
I,
her.
I agree with her. I agree with how she feels towards Ace. Ace is dirty.
No,
Ace
about
did her
being
wrong.
his like. I would feel like, well, I'm still his number one, even though he's not trying to do anything physical.
I don't know why she would think that he's her number one after the conversation that they had. He sat her down. Nobody on the history of Love Island has ever recoupled with somebody, sat them down and said, actually, don't look at me, don't breathe next to me, don't talk to me, don't hold my hand, only call me by my name, call me by my full name, Mr. in front of it. That's literally what he was giving.
Yeah, but that's why I think she was like, I was on cloud nine. But then I think she talked to somebody about it.
Huda. She went crying to Huda, which
Yeah.
also was weird because Huda called her a B word. Huda is insane.
Yeah,
The girl, she does not know this girl. That's also when I was like, what the heck? For her to call her a B word?
yeah.
Saying she's here for bad intentions and everything, crashing out, crying. Oh, I just
I
told
know
him I'm a
people.
mama. I just
Yeah.
told him I was a mother. How was she supposed to know that?
No, and also, what does that change?
Bro, what the fuck did
Just
she think?
because when she said that, it was making me mad because I was like, just because you told him you were a mom, a thing that shouldn't have been a secret, what, now he got to be loyal to you for the rest of the time?
She thinks her being a mother is like the greatest like secret like weapon of all time. She could make anybody do whatever she wants because she's a mother.
like,
She's our mother. Like she's fucking Mother Earth or something. Like I'm so confused. There's a lot of mothers on this planet, Huda. And a lot of people get divorced too, and they're mothers.
yeah,
like-
like, I don't know. I didn't understand that part. But Amaya, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like him being her number one was weird.
I
But-
think after that, she was crying and told Huda like she's leaving him alone, and then she's telling Hannah, "Oh, like he's still my number one. I still want to get to know him. I'm gonna try to like Da 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 da.
I feel like maybe also because she was like, well, he picked me for a reason. Maybe I'm crashing out about him not being like he's
But
just setting boundaries. Like maybe I feel like they talked to her and someone and maybe probably Huda was like he's just setting boundaries like and they didn't show it. And like I could see how somebody could convince her into thinking like, no, maybe you're like being a little dramatic. Like at the end of the day, he chose you. You know?
But the thing is that I don't think she's being. I never thought she was being dramatic. She's 100% to feel the way she felt, like she felt wronged. I just think no man could sit me down after tell me that after he chose me and told everybody, oh, he's so excited to share a bed with me. Tell me that list, bro. Hand me a list of do's and don'ts. 5 minutes after we recoupled, we got into a relationship, and I'm gonna be like the next, like a couple hours later, saying he's still my number one. You're dead. That's dead. I don't want you anymore. Especially because she could literally she had a connection with Austin. Go talk to him. You know what I mean? It's not like, even if she just wanted to like was worried about getting like dumped from the island or whatever. She had another connection she could have explored. She wanted him, and I feel like it's something like obviously she's attracted to him. He's a handsome man or whatever. But girl, have some respect for her. This is what made me mad. That's why I said that I feel like she did not respect herself in the situation. He already told her everything, right? About no hugging. I'm not a physical touch guy. She sees him go hug Chelley. He gets in the bed and she says, "You're not gonna hug me." You set yourself up.
Did they show that?
Yeah.
They showed him hugging Chelley?
They showed him hugging Chelley.
I thought he hugged Chelley after she asked for a hug.
No, she hugged him. He hugged Chelley first.
What?
He came into bed.
Did he look for Chelley or he passed by her and hugged her? I didn't see it.
He probably looked for her. The beds are like right next to each other. I mean, I don't think he had
she
to look
was
for her
laying
either.
down or she was standing up?
She was sitting down on the bed. Chelley?
Yeah.
Chelley was sitting down on the bed, like
and he hugged her.
And he leaned down and hugged her, and then like it wasn't like a crazy hug.
Yeah.
But, and then he went to bed, and then as soon as he got into bed, Amaya looked at him and said, "Oh,
I saw that part. You're not gonna hug me?
You're not gonna give me a hug?" And
he said no,
respectfully or something like that. And I said she set herself up.
I wouldn't have asked, but also like
that's why I was like, I don't think she respected herself in that moment. He has already shown just the way that you've seen him lay those things down for you, even if you believed you had a chance with him in that moment. Yeah. As soon as you saw him go to hug Chelley, you should have not been like, okay, I see you. You just don't like me.
Yeah.
You should have never asked him, can I get a hug? Like, what the heck?
Yeah, I get that, but I'm not gonna judge her for it because the fuck do you mean, bro? You chose me and you go and the first thing you're gonna do is hug another girl. You're not gonna hug me. I don't understand.
What is her crashing out doing? Even you're on live TV. What is that doing?
I just think
if there's other couples you've been with him 12 hours.
But he frustrated like
it's okay to be frustrated, but then shit, after he did that, let it go. She's dragging it.
You think she's dragging it?
I think she's dragging it.
I think she didn't do enough.
I
genuinely don't think she did enough.
Maybe
I would have smacked that man in his face.
Maybe if they were out, Angelica. No, I feel like.
No, I don't care if I've been there for 12 hours. Why did you choose me? Like, give me the answer. Why? If 5 minutes after you're gonna give me a list of do's and don'ts, why?
Yeah.
I would have cried. No, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I like her. Because she's crashing out for a valid reason. I know a lot of people are being like, Ace just set his boundaries. Like, she's doing too much.
Ace was wrong. He did that. Ace was wrong. Mean.
And then he's out here when he says, what do you call your significant others? And then she was like, oh, like I make up nicknames. And then she was like, and babe. And he was like, oh, and you've called me babe. And she laughed. This poor girl laughed. She still didn't
understand what was going on.
And then he was like, yeah, don't call me babe. And she was like, haha. And she was like, oh wait, are you serious? And he was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, okay, Mr. Sir Ace or something like that.
And she's like, okay. She's like, oh, sorry, I meant sir.
Yeah, sir. And then it was silly. And I was like, no, he's doing too. I call everyone my love. I'm like, my love, my love, my love.
Yeah.
You're going to tell me, don't call me my love. And then you're not even going to have the dignity to look at me in the eyes.
That's what made me
You're just staring out like this.
He thinks he's so cool. He never literally looks at them. And I generally understand. That also made me so upset because he baited her. I thought they were having like I was like, oh, they're finally, we're just talking and chatting or whatever. I was like, oh, they're finally having like a good conversation.
Yeah.
And then he switches it up on her. Like, he literally baited her into that. It was insane. I was like, this guy is actually, that's when I was like, oh no. I'm not gonna lie, while everybody was saying that they loved Ace, I said, nah, this nigga is evil.
Yeah.
I said, he got an evil spirit. He's like chaos.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie. I liked him. I thought he was funny. I thought he was always evil to Jeremiah.
From the beginning, I thought he was
Jeremiah.
evil. I said, why is he doing all of this?
Yeah.
He had the biggest smile on his face while causing people pain.
Pain. Like, Jeremiah would be in the corner, like, Jeremiah head down, eyes closed, him shaking his head. And then the camera pans to Ace, him smile from cheek to cheek.
So much teeth. Like, all his teeth.
A mouth in the air. And then
eyes are so
I think
happy.
there was a confessional where he was like,
this man, no, he's insane. I also think too, like, even if he is just like trying to like be funny and everything, there comes to a point like where you're not trying to make these jokes to be funny. You're doing it to bully other people.
Yeah,
he's a bully.
So maybe he picked Amaya to bully her.
Oh my god, maybe he did.
Because, guys, there's no reason. This is why I say her crash out was not enough. Because I get it. Whatever. Maybe she could have had, like, more. It would have been more dignity. Like, oh, fine. I'm off of you, But at the end of the day, I'm not going to lie. She Hispanic.
But I'm not going to. What I'm saying is that I don't think she had to do that. I'm saying after she crashed out the first time, she didn't need to crash out again. How many crash outs do you need before you're just known as a crash out?
I would be a crash out.
So you're crashing, but I'm not saying like once you're crashing out every single business day, not even every single business day, every other hour, you're no longer justified. But now you're just a person who's angry. And also now too, you're just also somebody who lacked emotional intelligence, and you don't know how to regulate your emotions.
But I think she just needed to hear him say it, because at the beginning
he said that. I'm not gonna lie. By the end, he's like, "Nah, like I'm cool." He's like, "I don't want to be with her anymore. Like I just want to be friends." Then she came back again.
But he said that to her.
She said that to her after the crash out thing. He literally said that like we're open. He's like, "Nah, like I'm good." Like the first time. And then again, he said it again the second time because for some reason she thought him saying, "No, we're just friends," means, oh no,
because the way I understood it, which is what I thought she understood it as, is him being like, no, like for now, just friends.
I think she's never been rejected, and maybe that's why she doesn't understand. It was a very clear rejection.
I didn't understand it either. That's why I'm like,
I don't understand how.
Because when I heard
very
it,
clear.
But also it's like I probably wasn't paying that much attention. But when I was watching it, I was like, he's just giving her mixed signals. Like, that's how I saw it. Like, he's just giving her mixed signals. Like, no, don't do this. But like, I'm a slow burner, right? And then she even said to somebody, like, no, like, I understand. Like, after she crashed out, she was like, no, I understand. Like, he was just setting boundaries. Like, it's fine. I'm just gonna continue, right? And then that's when they had the conversation about Babe, and she crashed out again because she was like, no, now you're getting me mad. And she started with the neck. And I was like, yeah, I'm caught up to that moment. Yeah. He made me mad staring into the abyss. He made me mad. She crashed out again for a reason. I feel like it was a reason. And then that's when,
what I'm saying is, after I crashed out the first time, justified, I'm not letting, because at this point, she's letting him make her change her emotions. You know what I'm saying? Why are you giving somebody you don't know so much power over your emotions? Yeah. The first time, that was a blind side. You didn't see that coming. After the first time, just the way the nigga was talking to you, you should know what you should be expecting the second time. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's no reason for her to, after the Babe thing, I would have been like, you're so funny. Like, don't worry. Like, it's fine. Like, and I would have left. Like, I don't need to crash out again. And then for her to crash out again a third time, but on Chelley this time, do you know what I'm saying? It's unnecessary.
Yeah, but in her defense also, I think she was like imagine how she felt, He did all that. is saying he's not physical attention, blah blah blah. He chose me the day before. The next day, we barely woken up. He's running around the house. I'm planning a date. I'm planning a yoga thing. That's what I'm saying. She shouldn't have crashed out at Chelley, right?
I'm saying she shouldn't have to have crashed out at all. The man already told you he doesn't like you a million ways. How many other times does he have to tell you he don't like you before you listen?
I just think, like, why did you choose me?
I understand,
like,
that's the question.
You ruined my chance because you chose me, but now you're...
But he didn't ruin her chance at all. She's still in the damn villa. If he didn't choose her, she would be gone. Actually, no, Austin would have chose her. But I'm saying she still had the chance to go talk to Austin.
She did, but then...
She chose not to.
But Austin is also choosing not to talk to her either.
Because Austin likes Chelley. I believe that Austin likes Chelley. I think he was looking into Amaya because he believed that Ace and Chelley were gonna couple up. So maybe like that's why they're not talking to each other, or maybe they're talking to each other and we just don't see it. Like they're not showing us. But
like I don't know. Like I get it, but we're saying she shouldn't have crashed out for her dignity and for things like that, right?
No, I'm not saying. She could. Her first crash out justified. Who the heck wouldn't crash out? No, you're saying
multiple reasons.
I'm saying multiple crash outs over the same thing. Over the thing that the man showed you. This is a man you don't know.
But it's because he did different things to her. First, it was the initial one. Okay, got it. Boom, right? Then she's still talking to him nice. Like, at that point, we all thought they were having a nice conversation.
Yeah.
And then he baited her to say the babe thing. Another crash out deserved. Then we wake up and the first thing you're going to do is run around and try to make a picnic for Chelley.
But I think you're not understanding what I'm saying, honey. I'm saying that she didn't, like, after the first time, personally, that's where I think it should have ended. I feel like that is alone is justified for her to not leave that conversation thinking this man liked me. If a man ever told me any of those things, you think I would think, oh, he liked me, he's just a slow burner? No.
I feel like I need to see the conversation again because I truly
He said, you could tell just by the way he was talking. He said, so like, I just want to say like, so I don't like hugging. I don't like kissing outside of challenges. Like, I don't like to cuddle in bed. Like, you know, like now what do you mean? It was list after list after list.
But also like a lot of them have not been doing that.
But they haven't said it.
I know they haven't said it, but...
She didn't even bring it up. She didn't say anything. She didn't say, oh, let's make out, let's do anything.
But he had been saying she's a really affectionate person. He had been saying that before.
Angelic, I get that, but if anything, he could have been like, I know you're a really affectionate person, but, like, I want to take it a little slow. Like, with the affection. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know, I get you, but I also get her being confused because I would have been like, well, there's no way he absolutely doesn't like me.
I'm not gonna lie, just from that conversation I would think he hated me and I'd be done.
I wouldn't, because I would be like, it makes no sense, like, why he choose me?
I would be like, oh damn. I would be like, oh, so I would think you hate me. I would say, oh, he hates me, fine. If he, and I would also think, why the heck did he choose me? I'm not going to go start looking for him, searching for him. He knows where I'm at. If he actually wants me, liked me, and I'm wrong that he doesn't hate me, he'll come find me. He would not have searched for her.
But that's what I'm saying. That's like you, and like that's why you're saying it because like, oh, like it's like kind of like a dignity thing. Like she should have had more
dignity.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Respect.
But you're also, on TV. Who the F cares, man? I'm gonna crash out because you're a fucking loser.
Once again, no, I'm not against crash outs.
No,
crash
I mean
out,
multiple.
Bro.
I would have done worse than her, Chelsea. I'm telling you. You're not about to play in my face, and everybody is gonna think I'm crazy, just like her. But you're not about to play in my face. Why the fuck did you choose me?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, where is he gonna answer that question? What is crashing out doing besides making you look crazy and making people scared of you?
Making me look crazy, but also,
what is that even gonna do for you? You think you crashing out is gonna make you give you a damn answer? It's not doing anything. It's literally not doing anything at all. You crashing out makes you look crazy, makes you look insane. Like you can't understand emotions and you don't understand the word no.
But after he finally said it in the doc, when he was like, I'm gonna say it, I don't want anything, but I don't remember exactly what he said, but basically he was like it's done. And she
Yeah.
was like, it's done. And then she stopped. She's not crashing out with him anymore. But I think that's what I needed to hear too. He didn't say that.
I'm not gonna lie, I heard him say that.
But what from his vibes, what you thought. But
It's
he
not even
never
just his
said
vibes, it's also the words. I feel like maybe some people just cannot read people's
energy.
the tone, the words, whatever. Even the words he used, it was very clear from the first time they sat down. He had absolutely no interest in her. Absolutely none. I don't even think of a slow burn was even on the table. That's how you know he's a real gaslighter, manipulator. He's talking about something. I would have liked to get to. Maybe
I know from out like us seeing it, it seems like that, you know. But for her, she had previous conversations with him. He kept saying, "I like your laugh. Oh, you're entertaining. Blah blah blah. I like conversations with her."
Yeah.
He chose her. He then says, "Hey, like." I don't like hugging. I don't like kissing outside of challenges, blah, blah, blah. She was like, oh, I was on cloud nine. Now I'm like, what's happening, right? Then she talked to Huda. Then in a confessional, she was like, yeah, like I crashed out, but then I realized like, oh, he's different. I'm just going to go slow, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, he's telling his friends. His friends are being like, she's doing too much. You're just saying how you feel. Da 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 da. The next day comes. They're having a regular conversations. He baits her into saying the babe stuff. She says babe. She crashes out again.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I still think it's normal. She crashed out. Then he's like, basically like, now we're friends. That's when he said we're friends. You know?
Yeah.
I'm cool. And then she was like, okay, we're friends. After this, I think she said, like, oh, like. We're still pursuing other people.
After after that, when she was telling Hannah, oh yeah, like he's still my number one or whatever. It wasn't until when they went to bed and then the thing happened the next morning with Chelley, like the hug thing happened, and then again, the thingy. That's when she was like, I guess that's when he talked to her at the dock or whatever.
And I see like. I don't know why she said that he's still my number one after the friend thing.
After everything.
And Hannah side-eyed her and was like, what? Like after everything, you know?
Yeah.
But especially, I feel like I see the third crash out because at this point, it was just like her being like, you just hate physical attraction, right? Like I can't do anything right. Everything she kept doing was wrong in his eyes.
Yeah.
At that point, it was fine. Then right before bed, she notices, oh, it's just not me. It's just that he likes physical touch, but just not with me. And at this point, she fell asleep thinking, fuck Chelley, you know? Probably, because he hugged Chelley right in front of her. And then she made the mistake of asking, hey, can I get a hug? Stupid, because you make yourself, like...
Look stupid.
Then you crash out on Chelley. But I think she truly, like, she fell asleep thinking, damn, I'm not good enough. He picked me for no reason. First thing he does is flirt with Chelley and leaves me behind, you know? So then she crashes out on Chelley.
What makes me so mad about her crashing out on Chelley is she's like, oh, you didn't tell me. And what Chelley said in the confessional was right. She said, I told you at the beginning that me and him have a thing. What did you think changed in 12 hours that I had to tell you again?
Yeah.
She was right. She hasn't been there long. She's acting like she's been there all week or something. She just got there. If Chelley already told you once that they have a connection, they're exploring, why does she have to tell you multiple times? Are you a fish? Do you have a 30-second memory?
But I'm not gonna lie, I love Chelley, but Chelley's also making me mad.
I'm not gonna lie, Chelley's also making me mad because I think she needs to literally leave Austin alone if she wants Ace. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to get, I don't know, maybe she does actually like Austin and like that's what's going on.
My thing is that the reason I'm mad at her is because, and guys, like, you'll see the text messages. I'll put them in here for proof. But when the cast came out, I said, Chelley's my girl. She's Haitian. That's the one I'm going to be voting for. But she's making me mad because it seems like she's just playing the game. She has a safe bet with Austin. If she keeps him happy, he's going to be choosing her. But the iffy part and the part that she likes is Ace. but he's not certain because every single time a bombshell comes, his eyes turn. I mean, there's only been 2 bombshells, but
am I the only person? Everyone keeps saying that when Chelley and Ace get together, Ace will leave her for a bombshell. Am I the only person that hasn't seen him like go crazy over the bombshells? Like, am I missing something?
he has.
They're acting like he's been doing backflips and running after them, chasing them, trying to do anything. He hasn't done any of that. We already know Ace doesn't even like to chase. He likes to be chased. So what is everyone talking about?
I think we're all talking about. Yeah, you're right. But I think we're all talking about in the beginning when it was like the kiss challenge. He kissed. Oh well, he only kissed Chelley and Huda, right?
Yeah.
I think everybody. I don't know what.
People are just crazy. They literally are just crazy. It's the same thing about Jeremiah with the he's only for the money. Ace is literally that. We all hate Ace. We don't like him anymore. That's the truth. But what the heck? It's making him seem like he doesn't really like Chelley, and I don't like that. What the heck? What do you mean he's gonna leave her as soon as the bombshell walked in? Why? Because he doesn't like her?
I think because he's just a player. Because why didn't you choose her from the beginning? Then?
Yeah, like obviously it's weird he didn't choose her. I was shocked when he didn't choose her. Like
I think that's just what it's giving. Like, why didn't you? Or why weren't you pursuing? And Chelley makes me mad because every time they have a conversation, every single time she says, and I quote, "I want to get to know the real Ace. I want to get to know you." What are you doing wasting your time then? You guys, and then she'd be like, "You never pull me for chats." Does he really like her? If you like somebody, you're gonna be fighting for her. Like, I don't understand.
yeah.
And then he realized he liked her when he was coupled up with Amaya, like the day after the recoupling.
The day of?
The day of the like, I don't know, and I just don't like her because as soon as Ace didn't pick me, that's when I would have been off of him too. For my own dignity, I would have been like, "Well, F you then. You had the chance. You didn't pick me." But then also she's over here cooking breakfast for Austin. Ace says, "Get ready." Well, she threw that. She said, "Fuck this. I'm out."
I do think she didn't. She was like, "What? I'm literally cooking breakfast." So it's not like as soon as he said, "Go get ready," she dropped the thing and left. Like
She didn't give Austin the breakfast.
No, I mean she ended up finishing it because after all the fight and everything.
Yeah, but she got up and went to change.
Yeah.
No question. She even asked Ace, "You want some pancakes?"
I don't think it was weird that she asked him about the pancakes. I don't think it was like I think she's making pancakes. If I'm cooking and somebody comes into the kitchen, I'm like, "Oh, do you want me to make you some?" Because I'm already cooking.
I guess, but
I think it's because everyone wants her to be mean to him because they don't like
yeah,
him.
I think I definitely want her to be mean to him. But I also just, if you really liked Austin, I wouldn't have dropped his breakfast to run to do whatever you're telling me to do.
Yeah.
No, wait, I'm cooking Austin some breakfast. Like, I just think it's hypocritical what she's doing. Like, I don't like it because she's like, "No, but I really like Austin, but I really like Ace, and I'm being tugged around." When she's not being tugged around.
She's tugging herself. Like, I do understand. I understand. Like, I also am feeling the same way because, once again, I don't really like Austin. I know Austin's a Trump supporter or whatever, so I really don't want to support him. But I do feel like as a person, I feel bad because I just think Chelley is playing in his face. Like, generally, she's playing in his face. Like, if you want... She told him, at first she said, "Oh, it was just a friendship thingy," right? And then she started telling him, "Oh, no, I am liking you, or whatever, I'm liking you more." But even, what's his name? Austin, like, clocked it when she was kissing Ace in that challenge. She said, me and Chelley haven't even kissed like that.
Yeah.
Before she kissed Sierra with more passion than I've even seen her kiss Austin.
Sierra and Chelley was hot. Bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, she's over here, like, and also just at the end of that clip, her letting Ace lick her like that with Austin right there, it's just disrespectful. It's unnecessary, disrespectful. It's like does she not understand? Because she was like, you're right. It's also hypocritical because when she said, "Oh," and Austin got up to go stand next to the thingy, she was like, "Well, I could bet $100 or whatever." She was like, "I'm not mad or anything," but she was like, she was shocked or whatever. How do you think he feels, even that little smidge of emotion you felt when he got up? How do you think he feels when he sees you doing worse?
Yeah, and you're talking to Ace like when you guys are talking, it's like the thing that's getting me mad is that it's genuinely visible that she likes Ace.
Yeah.
It's not visible that she likes Austin.
I feel so bad for Austin because he even said like, oh, when she's talking to Ace, like
They look
so good together. Like I think like do we look like that? And I felt so bad.
And when he was like, put her down, like, I'm not gonna, like, yeah, I've heard things about Austin, but I'm like, in my heart, I think we could change him. I think he has, like, really potential. I'm not gonna, and everybody sees it because everybody on TikTok is like, I don't want to like this man, but we all like him, and I think we could change him. I really do. I think he's just uneducated and stupid. Yeah. But I feel like once we educate him, he'll be nice. Because I don't think he's racist for real. But maybe I'm blind.
I mean, I don't know. Like, obviously, he's not racist on. We can't tell that he's racist on the show.
Yeah. But like sometimes we could. Like, if you're really racist, we'll tell on the show.
That's true. If we're real racist.
Yeah,
like
real
racist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But I feel like he has potential to change. But also, like, yeah, I just don't like that about Chelley, and she is making me mad because you don't have to play in his face.
Yeah, she literally doesn't have to.
You could literally just say to Austin, I'm sorry, like, I've tried, but I'm feeling this man more.
Yeah.
That's all she has to say. But she, and then in the confessional,
he asked her to say it multiple times.
Yeah.
He kept on asking, like, he kept checking her temperature, like, or is this more of a friend connection, or do you feel a romantic spark? He asked her, like, two different times.
I think something's growing, you know? But when she's with him, she doesn't flirt. But when she's with Ace, she looks at him, she's like, the sun is glowing. And then, and she's like laughing. Like, you could see that she likes Ace and she flirts with Ace.
Yeah.
With Austin, when they talk, it's like nothing. You know? I think Austin does like Chelley. I think Chelley doesn't like Austin. Yeah. And I just don't like how she's like, in the confessional, she's like, they're pulling me from side. Girl, you're being pulled by one side. Mm-hmm. Every time Ace asks you to talk, you get up and you run. She loves that man.
Yeah.
I think she just gotta be honest. She making me mad, bro.
I generally think she just needs to be honest too, because literally, what is stopping them? I'm so confused. Generally, what is stopping them from being together? Even if there's not a new recoupling, like in that moment, they still could literally be coupled up. Like, I've seen it before. Like, they could be like, tell their partners, I actually don't want to F with you anymore. Like, they won't sleep together, but like they'll be together. Do you know what I mean? That's exactly what happened with the Casa Amor girls.
Yeah.
Like last season,
they all left them.
They left them. Those girls were by themselves, so it's not impossible. So literally, there's nothing stopping them but want. And I don't understand why Austin's so mad. He crashed out talking about something. They're like just floating by each other.
Yeah,
be fucking together. Get together.
And everyone's like, you know, it's bad when Austin's the one making sense.
Yeah,
and it's true. But I also think it's like, what's it called? What's her name? Chelley and Ace. Like, they just don't get together. Sorry. I lost it.
I think it's because
I'm trying to say something, but
Ace wants Chelley to be like, oh, I like you, da 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 da. Chelley's not gonna be like, if
that's what I was.
I like you, let's get together. She's not gonna be like, if he's not like telling her like, oh, let's do it, whatever. She's not gonna be like, let's do it. Yeah, that's why she's only going with him when he calls her.
But what's getting me mad also is that when on After Sun they asked them, Chelley and Olandria, who's playing the game. Chelley said Ace, definitely. Oh, definitely. Olandria said definitely. He asked the same questions to each and every girl. And Chelley was like, every single girl has the same conversation with him. Every time Chelley talks to Ace, it's, I want to get to know the real you. I want to get to know Ace. You know nothing about this man. Every single time you talk to him, you say, I want to get to know you. You just hate Austin. You just think Ace is sexy. That's all you think about him. You don't know him. Every time you talk to him, you say, I want to get to know you.
Yeah.
At least, and I think maybe if she is getting pulled, it's because she's like, well, I like Austin's personality because I actually know Austin. He's my friend, but I think Ace is hot.
But that's generally what she said to Sierra too when they were talking about building a man. She's like, yeah, if I could get Austin's height, this personality, somebody's tattoos,
yeah,
Charlie's accent, like she did say that. I just also do think that maybe the reason too that she's not like on Ace either, like not even because she's not a chaser, because just pulling somebody for a chat isn't really, I don't think that's chasing. Asking somebody, hey, can I talk to you? I don't necessarily think that's chasing unless like, you following them around the villa. Yeah, you know. But like, I think too, maybe everyone's right that her man is just not in the villa. Like, there's not somebody that she's like attracted to in there. Maybe that's generally it. So I'm hoping that they bring. I don't think they brought enough. There's already been 3 female women bombshells.
Only one bombshell guy.
Like, where are the men? So maybe I'm hoping that if it's more women, I'm gonna be like, damn, this shit's crazy.
No, they can't bring another girl.
They can't bring another girl. It doesn't make any sense.
They have to bring a guy.
Shit,
Hopefully 2 guys.
Yeah.
When like Kenny and the other guy came in, it was 2 guys.
Nigel, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully it's 2 guys.
For Chelley, I see like it could be either African American or a white man, but like tall, muscular.
I don't know. I'm seeing like a tall, dark skinned man, waves, white teeth.
No, I see that too. But since she picked Austin, so like that's why I'm like,
oh, like, but she also like Ace, so I'm like, he's also a light skinned guy.
yeah, that's why I was like, but also there's no dark skin, yeah. So, but yeah, just a tall, somebody strong like man,
but like cuter.
Ugh, I hated Koi.
Yeah, but like that built, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like big, that could just toss her. Okay,
big.
We're doing something. But yeah, like. Okay, we're already 1 hour in, so let's just talk about like really quick. I guess the
Taylor and Olandria.
Yes, Taylor and Olandria.
Taylor making me mad. I don't understand. She's hot. Kiss her. Hold her damn hand. Or
she got a hot ass body,
bro. That girl. Each time I'd be looking at her, I'm like, damn.
Is her butt fake?
Nah, shit real.
It's real.
Girl, she's from the South.
No, I thought it was real, but then I saw her in the conversation talking to Ace, and I saw like implant. Like her butt seemed implantish, and I was like,
No, I generally think it's real.
But her boobs are fake.
Her boobs are fake? But I think her butt's real, no way.
Really?
The way that thing moves, just like, and her thighs match.
That's the thing, I don't think they do.
You don't think they match?
I think she got like skinny. I'm gonna look it up. Good. I'm gonna show you the part I'm talking about and then where. But yeah, Taylor I think is ugly. And I think you got a bad girl and you say I don't have a physical attraction.
I was so confused when he said that. I was like, who? I was like, she doesn't like you. I was very confused. I didn't even think it was him. I was so confused. I'm like, what's going on? Who's not physically attracted to who?
And she didn't have to tell him once. She told him twice. You know, I'm open. You could kiss me. And that's when he dragged her to the photo booth.
No, the only reason he even kissed her is because Ace told him, oh, like, don't lose her. She's she likes you. She's over here making you breakfast. That's the only reason.
That's the only time Ace was correct.
And he looked like he was dragging his feet. He didn't look like he wanted to be there. And he doesn't look excited.
And when he left the photo booth, he talked to the guys and he was like, yeah, we just made out in the photo booth. And I think it was Nick. And Nick was like, oh, like, or it's a guy was like, oh my God, that's good. That's good. And he was like, yeah, I mean.
Nick is more excited to kiss Olandria than Taylor. And I'm also, like, Nick is just a whore. We didn't even talk about him and how he did Bella. Oh, we got distracted, bro. That man is a whore.
Yeah, whore, bro.
Oh my God.
He just wanted whoever opened the legs easy.
I know that. I knew that exactly. I already knew that, right? But as soon as Amaya kissed him and he said, oh, I like that way more than I should have, I said, what is wrong with you?
Keep it in your pants.
Like, no, generally, how old is he? I don't remember how old is he, but he acts like he's just a preteen or something who just discovered like this thing that's amazing for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, have you never had sex before in your life? Are you a virgin?
Yeah.
Why are you so like easily manipulated by one kiss? It's not even anything like you grab her ass or some shit, bro. Like, she kissed you.
I'm just trying to think. I don't know. I feel like a kiss could convince me.
No, I just don't think that so many kisses like should convince you. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, every single person you kiss, you shouldn't like them. If you like them, that's an issue. That's a new issue.
But I don't think he does like them.
No, I think it's weird that he's like, oh, like, I like that more than I should. Like,
but I think he was just saying like, I like that kiss, and I shouldn't have liked it because I'm in a couple.
But that's not true. He could like it.
But like,
it's 1 week. He's been with Sierra for 2 days.
Yeah, but I honestly don't think what he said was crazy.
I don't know.
I think he's just a whore, but only because of Sierra and Bella. But he really didn't really do anything much with any other girl, honestly.
I think he's a whore because also he was fiending to kiss Olandria.
When?
At the pie thingy.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was hoping it was a kiss.
And it was, right?
No, it was the pie.
Oh, damn. Poor guy.
Yeah. I just think I don't like how he acts like he's never been kissed before.
But also, it's like we hate them if they're whores, but we hate them if they're closed off.
No, I'm not saying, what's it called? Taylor has kissed people during like the thingies. Who else has kissed people? Ace has kissed. I mean, we just don't like Ace as a person.
Yeah.
Also,
But I really don't think Nick was wrong for wanting to kiss Olandria.
no, I don't think he's. I'm not saying I think. I'm just trying to make my point that he's a whore.
But they're all whores.
Nick is the biggest. Yeah,
Nick is a whore.
Yeah, biggest whore that's ever whored.
Yeah, he's been acting a little crazy. I think
and he's a manipulator and a gaslighter. Like, I can't believe he told Sierra that he doesn't know why Bella had false hope. Like, he didn't tell Bella in Soul Ties that she's, after that kiss or whatever, Bella's now 80% and Sierra's 20. And that man loves to use percentages. Like, I don't know where the heck he thinks he's at. Like, he's not a mathematician. Like, he keeps using percentages. It's making me so angry. Like, I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah, and my poor Bella, like, she was smiling all throughout the speech, and as soon as I said photo booth, her mouth dropped.
And I'm letting you know right now, if Bella's the one that had the last kiss with him, in that, like, if it was the photo booth first and then Soul Ties after, he would have picked Bella, I think.
Really?
Generally, just that's how much of a whore he is. Like, he only can remember the last, like, because what he said that they have a moment. What moment did they have? I don't know if they were in there for an hour. All they did was kiss.
He literally said, she mounted me.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even initiate it. That whole time she was talking, he was like thinking about Bella.
Mm-hmm. Like, I was so confused. I'm like, what moment they have in Soul Ties? They didn't talk. They went in there to take in the photo booth. They didn't talk. They went in there to take pictures, and then she just started making out with him and got on top of him.
I think
him and Bella actually talked.
The moment of him realizing, I love lust. I don't care about love.
Yeah, generally it's what it is.
Yeah, and
that's the difference. I'm not gonna lie. I love Sierra. I love her. She's a cool girl.
Yeah.
But that's generally the difference between Sierra and Bella is that Sierra came out the gate, like, making out, like kissing him,
booty bouncing.
You know what I mean? Like, not even at the baseball thing. Just out the gate. Like, as soon as she walked into the villa, like, came out making out, took him to the hideaway, like, showing like she was immediately sexual with him.
Yeah, and he liked it.
Yeah, I mean,
because
good for her.
Sexual animals.
Yeah.
But that's why, you know, Bella, if you're for some reason seeing this girl, your king will come. I mean, you had a king already. Like, I mean, I don't know how he treated her, but he waited, I'm guessing, you know, for her to, like, and a guy that's actually down and actually a nice guy will wait for you no matter what.
Yeah.
You don't have to open your legs to know. This is for all the young girls out there. You don't have to open your legs for a guy to like you. And if he doesn't like you because you're not having sex, then he's not the guy for you.
And if another woman who's more open to doing that can make him leave you, he's also not the guy for you. Because he also just never liked you. He's just waiting for you to open those legs.
Yeah. And men will say anything.
To get in your pants.
Anything to get in your pants. And as soon as they do, they leave you. So you did all that saving for what, you know? So just make sure.
To so many people.
Yeah, literally so many people. Just make sure that when it's your first time, you actually want it. You're ready.
And you're doing it for you, and not for the other person to make them happy or to
make them stay. Yeah, because they won't stay. As soon as they get a little taste, they'll leave unless they're like the right ones, you know.
Yeah.
But
the right one also won't pressure you.
No, they won't pressure you. Who the F cares? Oh my god, we've been dating for a year. I need to have sex with you. Shut up.
Yeah.
Go F yourself. But really quick, I wanted to talk about how the guys got into Jeremiah's head.
Oh my gosh. Dang, so much to talk about.
I know.
Next time we have to be more organized.
Yeah.
I'll write notes.
How the guys got into Jeremiah's head at the end of season, episode 8.
Yeah.
And Jeremiah was like being mean to Huda. I'm not gonna lie.
First time I agreed with Huda.
Yeah, first time I agreed with Huda. Until the part where she was like, how do you normally hold me, Jeremiah? I didn't understand what she meant by that.
I think she means that, like, like, if your boyfriend usually, like, if you're in line, your boyfriend usually holds your hand or something, and then suddenly he's like,
he
just...
wasn't,
like,
so she was like,
yeah.
Okay, I get it. But he was doing too much. Just because guys tell me, no, it looks like she's faking it, I'm not gonna agree. And if one thing's for sure, that girl is not faking it.
That's what I'm saying. She generally believes the delusion.
Yeah, I wish she was faking it. We all wish she was faking it, but she's not faking it.
She's not faking it.
That girl's in love.
If she could fake it, if she is faking it, she should be an Oscar winning
award nominee.
Like, I honestly, like, she should be an actress.
Yeah. There's no way she's faking it.
Yeah, I generally believe that she really likes him.
I think it's crazy that Jeremiah just, like, whatever the friends say, then he, like...
Listen to her and makes him cause a fight with her. That's why I don't understand.
And I like how Austin was the only one that said, oh, they got in his head.
Yeah.
It's the truth. And then Sierra was like, what did you guys say? Silence. Silence for a minute. Ace made me mad also. Why would Huda pick me? Why would Huda pick me?
But the same thing, that's what I'm saying. Ace and Amaya are one of the same coin, because Ace went to go talk to Huda after that, and Amaya walked up on Taylor like she was about to beat him up. Over what? Obviously, we could see why you're trying too hard.
But Chelley also agreed with her.
What?
Because Chelley was like, yeah, I also didn't understand why he picked you, because I understood it as trying so hard to be in the couple with someone.
I understood that Chelley telling her what he meant.
No, because Chelley was like, yeah, I don't understand. And she was like, you're not trying. She was like, yeah, I'm not even F-Ace. She was like, this F-Ace. And everyone was like, yeah, I didn't understand why he picked you. You're not trying at all.
But she did.
But I don't think she really did.
I
think the crash outs were because she was justified in crash, not because she wanted to stay with him.
I'm saying after crashing out, making a man you don't know, you just met, make you crash out. Not even make you crash out. Okay, you had a reason to crash out. After you crash out the first time, he made you crash out, right? You tell you're actually crashed out twice. For you to still say he's my number one, I'm open to getting to know him. I want to get to know him. That's what I'm saying. That's trying hard.
Yeah. But Taylor didn't know that.
But he told Hannah, I'm pretty sure everyone could tell.
Yeah.
You know?
Either way, like, whatever. You know, he picked her. I thought it was silly. I thought that part was funny. And I
liked it was her. I would have picked her, too.
Yeah. And I like how she, like, goes up to people and says what she thinks. Like, that one thing
I just
about
think
her,
she was dragging it, though. It was just unnecessary. She didn't have to walk up to Taylor to say nothing to him.
But also, like, you're right. Ace did not have to walk up to Huda.
Yeah,
Huda chose it. And he's like, I just wish she said the real answer. My guy, you were the real answer.
Yeah. What was the question again?
It was like, who's playing the game?
Or who's waiting for the bombshell to walk in?
But was that the one that...
Huda?
I don't think Huda chose him for that.
But someone did choose him for that.
Yeah. But I think Huda's was like, or who's the sneaky... It was something like that, like, who's playing... I think it was who's playing the game.
Yeah, but I think what he was saying, he was, like, upset because, he was like, she's been making slick comments, like, the whole entire time, like, you don't like physical affection, right? When he was going to bed and she went and gave him a high five or whatever.
But...
I'm not gonna lie, I think it was unnecessary once again. Like, there was no need. I don't know why he was being so sensitive. He's been rage baiting Jiraiya this entire time, and he can't handle 2-3 comments from Huda.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's just making me mad, and then, like, and then him just being so confident, being like, why didn't she choose the real answer?
Who's the real answer? I wish he told us.
But
her?
Basically, he was saying her, and I was like, she was gonna choose herself.
Like, literally,
she was gonna choose Jeremiah. If she genuinely doesn't think it, like, she genuinely not think. But right after that, they were like, Jeremiah was like, I don't know what you guys mean, and they were like, I mean, like, look at how she's acting. Why in the world would she read that answer and say myself?
Yeah.
Like, he's stupid in the head. But Huda's also fake because he was like, Amaya, like, I'd rather pie Ace than pie you. And then she says to Ace, I mean, I'd rather kiss you than Amaya.
Yeah.
She's silly.
I think people are saying that she's manipulative and scary for that, but I also think
she
that
was just
she was trying to appease people.
Yeah.
Like, what is she supposed to say?
I think she was being truthful for both of them. She would rather kiss Ace, and she would rather pie Ace than Amaya.
Yeah.
Like, I think she
also wouldn't tell him, I would rather kiss you. You're right. That's what she said.
Yeah.
I don't think she would say, I would rather pie you than Amaya.
Yeah.
He's
she
already
just
upset.
literally flipped the coin. I think she just said the real truth. Like, I don't know. She just didn't want to say, I'd rather pie you in the face. Like, she didn't want to cause drama. Like, I don't know. But I do think, okay, last thing I'll say. I do think that Huda's comments to Jeremiah are crazy. And I'm finally seeing and happy that Jeremiah's opening his eyes.
Yeah, by the ending, he seems like he's like
when he's had that conversation with Nick, and he was like, I don't know, she's like really annoying me with the little "good job, you did good" comments.
She does talk to him like a dog. Sometimes.
And he was like, or like I'm her kid or something.
I saw people saying, "Oh, he's only saying that because
she
has a kid," but no, I generally do think that she like talks to him like that sometimes. I'm not quite sure why. She is like very dominant.
Yeah, that's
like,
what Nick said. Like, she seems very possessive.
Yeah.
I think he said dominant. And he was like, yeah, and I don't like that. And I've told her. And then when he told her, I don't like you saying those comments, she said, can we get in the shower tonight?
Yeah. And then he just got up and he's like, you're gaslighting me. Yeah. He's like, I hate when you get tired or something because you started gaslighting me. I was like, what? No, I'm not gonna lie. Somebody had a whole entire think piece on TikTok and they're like, Huda and Jeremiah are in an abusive relationship. I said, what?
It's only day 4.
I was like, this is crazy. But she really was getting in. She really was like, yeah, no, Huda's abusive.
I don't know. I see it because I feel like Jeremiah is really submissive. Like, this is why I'm saying about his eyes. His eyes are really, like, gentle. Puppy? Yeah, puppy. And I feel like he would listen to her.
Yeah.
He does let her say, good job, good job, good job. The one time he spoke up, she said, hey, want to get into the shower? Like, she doesn't care about what he says.
Yeah.
Because he's not really, like, you know? It's her. So, I don't know. All I gotta say is free my guy, Jeremiah.
That's why I laugh when someone say he needs freedom.
Yeah.
No, because generally, I think everybody maybe needs freedom from Huda. Because I do think everyone in the villa is walking on eggshells around her. Because she's a little crazy.
A little.
And now, I feel like the worst crazy is people who believe they're crazy. And she wholeheartedly believed that crazy, bro. Yes. She believed that nobody could, and she had the nerve to say, "Oh, you guys could have made out."
Yeah.
When Olandria, you should have set them up. Who would that in the world would?
And she told us, "Yeah, I don't know why people don't pull me for shots. We're not closed off."
Like, she wants to be pulled for a shot. Like, honestly, she's unapproachable. They're both unapproachable. Actually, she makes Jeremiah unapproachable. I think if she's a chill girl, like if Chelley was with Jeremiah, Huda would have no issue walking up to Jeremiah. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, it's her, like, that makes it impossible for anyone.
It was when Sierra talked to Jeremiah. Oh, Sierra did talk to Jeremiah.
Yeah, she went to go sit down.
Remember? But Jeremiah, I think Jeremiah did like her, but he was afraid.
He didn't. Jeremiah was not talking. Jeremiah was giving like one-word answers. I don't even know what the heck he was talking about.
Girl.
Yeah, because Huda
was. There's a video. He was smiling, laughing at something Sierra said. Huda came down the stairs. He was like,
yeah,
serious face. Then Sierra's like, Jeremiah, can I pull you for a chat? And I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I still liked Huda, so I was laughing because I was like, she's crazy. Like, and she was like, I'm gonna sit here right where they can see me. Until the part where she was like, she cut them off from talking. She was like, Jeremiah, can I pull you?
She's like, baby, can you come?
Yeah. That part, I was like, that's crazy. It's day 2.
Yeah, I was also so confused as to why she pulled them. Like, they just started...
And baby is insane.
Yeah. And some people try to compare it to when Janae did that with Connor. But I don't know. I thought it was when Janae did it, I thought it was silly and cute.
When did Janae do it?
Connor was talking to one of the... I don't know if it was Nicole. I don't know who the bombshell was. But Janae was sitting in the green area with her 2 other people. And then she started doing, like, yoga. So her butt was up in the air and everything. I just thought that was cute and silly. I just think the way Huda does it is scary.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, at the beginning, I thought it was cute. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my god, she's so mean. That would be me. But now, what I saw she was capable of, I see it as scary. like, no, literally. And then, okay, oh my god, last thing I'm gonna say, I'm so sorry. But I posted a TikTok about when Olandria said something to Huda about when they were in the recoupling, and Huda was like, my man, my man, my man. And then Huda was like, you guys need real men. And Olandria was like, girl, don't do that. We'll talk later, right?
Yeah.
At this point, I was still like, Team Huda, and I was like, damn, what Olandria said was kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie, I think now I see that they were both wrong. Huda was doing too damn much.
Yeah, for it to be like the day that it was.
Yeah, it was like the third day. She thought she was the new Serena, Leah, and Janae at the recoupling from Casa Amor. That's what she thought she was doing. And she also was very like, my man's the best man. Like,
it's like, yeah, you got your brownie points or whatever. For what?
Again, with those comments.
For being like 2 days?
And so then Olandria said something to her. But I also do agree. Like, I'm not gonna lie, what Olandria said, valid. But, and then I felt bad because she felt so bad after. And she was like, oh my god, I can't believe I made her cry. I didn't mean it like that at all. But I think it was just like the way she said it was like,
but the thing is that too, she didn't. I the only way I would understand like Huda's thingy is that I would be like, I feel like I'd be a little bit sad, only because I retone and maybe, but she was already upset. Olandria was already upset because of Taylor, so that's why her tone was probably like that or whatever. But also, how was she supposed to say it? Would she be like, "Girl, don't worry, we gonna talk about this"? Like, you know what I'm saying? What was she supposed to say?
That's a southern accent. I think I would have just not said anything, and then after been like,
but
hey,
if she didn't
like,
say anything, I feel like that girl would have kept going.
But
what? Like, I don't think anybody wanted to hear that in that moment. Like, generally, also too, like, obviously they already, it's not, like, they are not as upset as Huda would have been if Jeremiah got up, but they're still a little bit like, you know, like upset, and for her to be over here yapping in their ears about nothing, oh, you need some real men or whatever. Like, these men are not real.
I just feel like Huda's, like, as we said, she's crazy and she doesn't see her crazy. Yeah. Like, in her mind, I think she was saying it to be nice. Like,
that's what she said. She said she was saying it to be nice.
Like, I'm pretty sure she wasn't trying to show off and be like, my man stood beside me, you guys didn't, you know?
I also don't think that's what she was doing.
Yeah.
I just think she can't read a room.
Yeah, but I think when Olandria came off and said that, she felt embarrassed and she was like, fuck. Like, you know, and she said that was so embarrassing. Why would she say that in front of everybody, you know? Yeah. But then they said sorry to each other and, like, whatever. But I do also see Olandria's side, like, girl, like, nobody's at hurt. But then also her saying nobody's hurt was giving, we are, like, I think they were hurt a little bit.
Yeah, everybody. I didn't think they were a little bit.
That's the little part where I'm like, Olandria should have said, nobody's hurt. She said something like, nobody, in the terms, nobody's hurt.
I think she was just trying to, I really believe what Olandria was saying. She was like, we're going to talk about this later. Like, there's no need. I think the thing is that people are saying that Chelley mostly Chelley, they're like, oh, I don't understand how she's so, like, chill. And, like, some people are just like that. Some people just actually don't want to do all of that in front of... I wouldn't want to be sitting there with her going like this, da-da-da-da-da. I would also be like, girl, like, we'll talk about it later. Like, I don't want to talk about this here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that doing? Just making, like, unnecessary drama? Like, we could talk about it later and we could discuss it. Like, we'll do a little
and she also did say, I know that you're saying it. Yeah. Like, she was like,
I know you think you're doing, like,
Yeah, like, I know you're doing something nice, but, like, not right now. Or
we'll
something
talk about
like
it
that. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. I think it was just, like, if that was me, I would have been so embarrassed. I would have been like, oh my god, why would she say something? Mm-hmm. You know? But yeah, I feel like they were both, like, just genuinely both trying to do something good. And one of, like, Olandria was just trying to protect her peace. Like, girl, I don't want to hear this, you know?
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Huda is just also because of another side of the...
Oh my god. How did that happen?
It's the pillow.
You and that damn pillow.
But another side of the coin is Huda and... Oh, yeah. Because Huda also can't dish what she can't take what she dishes. Yeah. Because I didn't like the way she slapped Olandria's hands out the way. Olandria was just being cute. Oh, yeah. Because she did the same exact thing to Nick.
Nick, yeah. She's so cute, yeah.
Like, so She literally she was so happy doing it. She had the biggest smile on her little face.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's just doing it to be like silly and also like be like don't look at that. You know what I mean? And she slapped that girl's hands away. So what's it called for what?
Mm-hmm.
For what? So you can look at it and discuss it. Why do you even want to see that? Why did she even want to see that? She was making the most disgusted face ever.
And then for her to get immediately mad at the bombshell and not Jeremiah,
She's not
red
mad
flag.
at Jeremiah, but also too. She didn't have a right to be mad at anybody, so I feel like she knew definitely she couldn't be mad at Jeremiah. Because what the hell could she say to him? She wanted him to do what? Run away?
No, but she was making me mad because she was like, no, like when she talked to Jeremiah, no, like I could tell you weren't kissing her. Like you literally were there.
Backing away. That killed me.
Yeah, she was like, you didn't want to be there. And then he was trying to talk, and she was like, oh, you were trying to kiss her? And he was like, no, let me talk.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
She's crazy.
She's scary.
No, honestly, she's scary. I told you, crazy eyes. You say Amaya has crazy eyes? Huda has crazy eyes for me.
No, Amaya, calm down. In the beginning, I truly think she was just really nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And like trying so hard. Like that's what I would have voted for. Like I know everybody thought trying so hard to be in the couple. I just thought trying so hard in general. I would have voted for her because she was like, ha ha he like, oh my god, it was so cringe.
Obviously,
when the
the
bombshells came.
margarita thingy, huh?
Oh no, when the bombshells came in during the challenge, it was so cringy because Hannah was trying to talk. And Amaya was trying to give her one-liner, and they were both like, it was, I was like, oh my god, that was the worst intro for bombshells I've ever seen. Did you not think that?
No, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't notice. The only thing I didn't notice was when, Amaya was sliding down the it was a little bit awkward. I was like, oh my god, like, that would be me. I'm not gonna lie, because I generally don't know what the heck I would have done.
Yeah. No, I would have been, if from that thing, I would have been Bella.
They would have saw me go into the ocean. I'm not gonna lie. Like, someone would have to go fish me out. I'm so serious.
Chelsea, you belong in Love Island. Because if that ever happens in Love Island, it would be comedy gold, bro. No, but that was literally, I felt so relatable. Like, I was like, Bella is me. Like, she tried her best and she bit Taylor. She said, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Because why did they have to slide? I didn't understand that. Like, oh, I guess slide into... Okay, I get it now. Slide into space.
Yeah. No, the split was crazy.
Oh my god, Sierra killed that shit.
Sierra killed it. And then Olandria with the...
Oh, shit that thing?
Oh, you said shit that thing?
Yeah, what do you think?
I heard shit that thing, and I was like,
oh.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. But, I don't know, you have any finishing thoughts?
No.
I think my throat hurts from so much talking.
We've been yapping though.
And I was screaming at some point.
we were really passionate about Amaya.
Yeah, about I think the episode is 1 hour 30 minutes, guys. I think an hour is Amaya.
Yeah, no, we had a lot to say about Amaya.
Bro, Amaya. Okay. But please, guys, leave your thoughts in the comments. Yeah. Who are you?
Do you agree with us?
Yeah.
Do you not agree with us? Why you don't agree with us?
Who are your favorites? Your top 3 that you want to see in the finale? It doesn't have to be couples, just like your top 3 people, period.
Mm-hmm.
Mine are, even though she's making me mad, Chelley, of course. Olandria, love her. What boys are there? I'm not gonna lie, I like Charlie and Hannah.
Oh my god, I was gonna say my top. I forgot about the boys. My top 3 are just Chelley, Olandria, and Hannah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Sierra.
I was gonna say honorable mention Sierra. I like her.
I like her.
Yeah.
The boys, I'm not quite sure. Maybe, Charlie.
Yeah.
I like Charlie too, but apparently he's also a Trumpy.
What?
Yeah.
He's not even
from America. That's what we were like. Damn, he's dirty. He's even dirtier for that because he's not even from. Like, you gotta go out your way to be from the UK to be a Trump fan.
Yeah.
Like, to be a Trump supporter, but you live in London. Like, it's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. It's late, guys.
Okay, guys. Don't forget to like,
comment,
subscribe, and we'll see you next time on
Two Random Girls. Bye.